Cello parts number 2, take your bow and throw it away. Actually, don't throw it away, they're expensive. Place it lightly to your side. Because you don't need it, you need your hand completely available for this. This is a very Latin beat. I don't know if it's cumbia. I don't know if it's, or bachata, and maybe cumbia. Cumbia was despacito. And so please tell me exactly what the rhythm is for this. But when I play Latino music, my family's from Venezuela, it always has this sort of off-center touch to it, and I really like it. And that's the essence that you need to do. You need to make sure that when you play this, you're playing completely off-center. And when you do play on the beat, it sounds off. That's why I put those markings on the first line. So you want to subdivide, that's the third time I mentioned that, in your brain. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... It's essential that you play that fourth note, not the fourth note, but the fourth beat after. It's so essential because you want to carry on to the first beat. That sets the off center again. So I'm kind of moving my head and I'm feeling it. Something you need to feel in your chest, in your heart when you're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you land on the beat and then you get quickly off of it. Stop it with your hands. Like that. Make sure that you also count this in patterns of 2 measures. So 2, 2, 2 measures, 2 measures. You do that 6 times. I'm going to leave this exactly as it is because I want you to see how a musician thinks when we play this. Then into the second motif, very similar, A. So make sure you're off the beat. Bum, 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 beep. So you want to change off the beat. That's what gets that little samba sort of cumbia shake to it that you want to move your hips. This is the dance song. It's a very dance song. Lovely song. Let's go on to the third type of rhythm, and then the more dominant rhythm in the piece. And so you do at B. So it's more straightforward. You got a 1, you have a 2, and a 3, so it's on the beat. And only here, the second measure of B, which is 22, do you play off the beat. The fingering for that. Let me give you the fingering. It's expanded, so you have to know your G minor scale. Check out my scale book. The G minor scale is the second exercise that you do in the scale book. I designed it to really speed up the learning process for modern cellists. So check out my scale book, get in contact with me through my website so you can get a copy of that. The G minor scale, natural minor. 2 on that E flat. The low one, you see the shape I'm making? Nice and big. 4, 2, 1, 0. So that's the fingering for you. One more time, 0, 4, 0, 2, low 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 4, 2, 1, 0, and just repeats like that. C is just like the beginning, and so play the C just like that. At D, you have a little bit of a bracket because it's slightly different. So slightly different for that measure. And then you play that motif until F. And F you have, just like the beginning. No need to repeat that. And then a little bit of a tricky section, let's go to 64. In 64, we have a slight transition. It's tricky. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start actually on 63 because it's easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. You see that? Did you hear that? Excuse me, not see that. Did you hear that? So you have the second beat, third. So you fall on to the first beat. So make sure that you count that carefully. And then the last different motif starts on 66. You want to play this with your thumb, here, this thing, here, not here, not here, not down here. You're not a bass player, you play here. And you really want to keep that nice and protected and solid because this string vibrates a lot. So keep that there. The last bit of tips I will give to you is when you're playing that low D, keep the finger down. Remain the finger on the string. And so it sounds like this at measure 66. Look at my hand. I'm arcing it a lot. My hand is arced tremendously. Oh, I hate that word. My hand is arced quite a lot. If you do have a problem with that, you can even shift your cello a little bit like this if you do that, because you want to have those notes ring out. You play that from 66 to 69. It changes ever so slightly in measure 70 to 71. That's why I put it the same number color because it sounds similar. But 72 is slightly different. Here starts 66. And that's the end part. Hope you enjoy this song. It is a great song to play. It's fun. Grab a friend that wants to be quite expressive, especially with the first part. And if you so want to challenge yourself, then play the first part. It's lots of fun. I did it appropriate for the level of the person that can play it. So it's not that difficult to learn tenor clef, but you're probably going to have to dig a little deep and really try hard if you don't know tenor clef to learn that section right here, which is just, it's all right here. It's just a different notes that you have to learn them. But anyway, I thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe if you learned something today. And I hope that you do stick around a while because I think you're going to learn a lot. Bye-bye.